Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for December 24, 2023. And in the news this evening, Manchester man accused of stealing shopkeepers' keys and breaking into shop. A man was charged after he allegedly stole a shopkeeper's keys and accessed the premises in Watermount District, Porus in Manchester on Wednesday. Charged with shop breaking and the larceny of a dwelling is 21-year-old L.J. Smith of Redberry District, Porus in the parish. Reports from the Porus police are that about 2 p.m., a man left his grocery shop keys and his cellular phone on his bed and went to the back of his house to do a task. Upon his return to the room, he noticed that the shop keys and his cellular phone were missing. The following day, the man was reportedly informed that Smith was using the keys to enter his shop unauthorized. The shop owner reported the matter to the police, and Smith was apprehended and searched. During the search, the man's shop keys were reportedly found in Smith's possession. Following a question and answer session with his attorney, Smith was charged. However, his court date has not yet been finalized. Heavy rains create havoc in Portland. After 2 days of heavy rainfall, at least 3 communities in the Rio Grande Valley were marooned in Portland on Saturday as a result of flooded roadways. The deluge also inundated many homes. The rains, which started on Friday, battered the sections of Pig Dry, Siemens Valley, Windsor, and other areas, leaving a trail of destruction in the communities with significant damage to the road network, crops, livestock, and houses. Portland Eastern Member of Parliament Anne-Marie Vaz told the news yesterday that a work crew with heavy-duty equipment had been dispatched to the worst-affected areas to clear blocked roadways, remove debris, clean drains, and clear land slippages. This is rather unfortunate, but no one has control over the weather. This is not the kind of Christmas present that I want for my East Portland family, Vaz commented. I am aware that several houses were flooded out and the farmlands were inundated, resulted in crops being damaged and destroyed. Some livestock farmers lost their animals, and so it is really a frustrating time for just about everyone living in that section of the Rio Grande Valley, which is really the breadbasket of the parish, the Member of Parliament added. I understand also that a section of breastworks was also affected by flooding. We really wanted the rain, but it came and brought along with it significant damage. The road network in the Rio Grande Valley is also seriously affected. As soon as the rain subsides, I will be visiting the area to see what can be done to meet the immediate needs of the people. The newly asphalted roadway from Pig Dry to Siemens Valley was ripped apart after water from the Waitkin River inundated the main thoroughfare, resulting also in several farmlands with several hectares of banana, planting, pumpkin, pepper, and other crops being destroyed. Homeowner Terrell Mason, who lives in Pig Dry, told the news that shortly after 6 a.m. on Saturday, he was awakened by the sound of running water. He then realized that his 3-bedroom dwelling was flooded. Mason said that he frantically began packing away some personal items and valuables, even while securing a television set, a clothes iron, a standing fan, items of clothing, bedding equipment, and footwear. Making matters worse, he realized that his entire backyard was flooded, which could prevent him from evacuating should the need arise. Mason said that although it was not the first time that he was affected by flooding, this was the worst it has been for him. Farmer Neville Paul said that he lost 2 cows and 8 goats after floodwaters washed away his livestock, which were on a property near a river in Pig Dry. According to Paul, the heavy downpour caused the Waitkin River to overflow its banks, resulting in the entire area being flooded. According to Paul, the heavy downpour caused the Waitkin River to overflow its bank, resulting in the entire area being flooded. Me lose more than $900,000 as 8 goats and 2 cows wash away. It is a big loss for me, and I don't know what me gonna do now. My friend lose a cow and other farmers lost crops such as banana, plantain, and pumpkin. It is not the first time that we get flood out, but the one year leak we had, said Paul. Young cop dies awaiting liver transplant. 26-year-old Constable Donika Anderson, who had been battling liver disease and needed a transplant, died on Saturday morning at the University Hospital of the West Indies, where she had been admitted for 2 weeks. Anderson had been in and out of hospital since returning to Jamaica a few months ago from the United States, where efforts were unsuccessful to have her placed on a liver transplant waiting list because she did not have medical insurance. Her mother, Jem Donald, was at Anderson's bedside as she passed away. She expressed her gratitude especially to Jamaicans in the diaspora who rallied to her daughter's aid. "They have become like a second family to me. I cannot thank them enough for all that they have tried to do for Danique," she told the news. Donald singled out Dr. Robert Clark, Dr. Rupert Francis, Claudette Powell, and the Consul General Alison Wilson for their efforts to get her daughter medical help in the United States. "I appreciate everything that they did, especially the Consul General, who did so much to get her into Harlem Hospital for treatment," she said. Wilson expressed the sorrow at the passing of the young constable, whom she referred to as a beacon of strength and a dedication to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Her unwavering resilience amidst health challenges was a testament to her indomitable spirit, Wilson added. Anderson, who was the sole female in her 2019 graduating batch of 196 constables and who also topped the group with a high score, have been carving a distinguished path in her career. Despite her illness, she served first in Fort Potts Police Station and later in other parts of Clarendon. In May, the Jamaica Police Federation had sent Anderson to the U.S. with the understanding that arrangements had been made for her to see a doctor at a Bellevue Hospital in Manhattan, New York, about her condition. Donald told the news at the time that after 3 days of their arrival, they reached out to the Federation as they had not heard any update on the plans. She said there was no forthcoming information regarding which Dr. Anderson was to see at Bellevue. As her daughter's condition worsened, she reached out to Dr. Rupert Francis in Florida, who put her in touch with members of the Northeast Health Task Force. They were able to get Anderson treated at emergency rooms at the various New Jersey hospitals. She was, however, unable to get the detailed treatment required for her to be on the list for a liver transplant. Anderson's situation was brought to Wilson's attention, who was able to make arrangements with Harlem Hospital for the young couple to be treated there. Harlem Hospital was able to arrange emergency Medicaid insurance and the New York City insurance to cover Anderson's stay at the hospital, but the insurance did not cover the cost for the liver transplant. Anderson and her mother returned to Jamaica after being told that her condition was worsening and that she could die at any moment. Donald said at the time that she did not want her daughter to die in the United States, so arrangements were made for them to return to Jamaica. The grieving mother expressed the disappointment that the Jamaica Police Federation was not able to make the necessary arrangements for Anderson to renew her contract after serving the Jamaica Constabulary Force for nearly 5 years. Only Miss Arlene McBean from the Federation reached out to see how Danique was doing. No one else from the Federation had been in contact, she said at the time, referring to the Federation's General Secretary. Woman dies from two-vehicle bang-up in Ocho Rios. A woman died from injuries she sustained in a two-vehicle bang-up on the Ocho Rios Bypass Road in St. Anne on Friday night. The deceased is Raylene Fagan of Ocho Rios. Reports are that about 11:50 p.m., a Toyota Probox motor car, in which Fagan was a passenger, was being driven along the road when it collided with a motor truck. Fagan sustained multiple injuries and was taken to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. It is not immediately clear if the drivers of the motor vehicles sustained the injuries as a result of the crash. The Ocho Rios police are probing the development.